Exercise 2. A skateboard half pipe has a shape in the form of a parabola whose equation is that where x represents the horizontal distance across the 20-foot wide half pipe and y represents the height above the ground in feet. We're supposed to use our calculator here to sketch the graph of the half pipe and then label its height at its endpoints and its minimum point. So when I put this into my graphing calculator, I know that I'm going to have to adjust my window because we're specifically told that we have a 20-foot wide half pipe. So that helps me determine my x values. I know that I am not going to have a negative horizontal distance, so I don't have to put much space to the left of the y-axis. Here we have my x, and I know it needs to go to 20. That's going to be the end of the half pipe. So I have 20, I have 10. We do a couple of marks there for ourselves. Now I don't know how high it's going to, actually I do know how high it is because within the equation I have my y-intercept. If my x values are 0 all along my y-axis, if I substitute 0 in for x in these two terms, they go away, leaving us with 7. So if I had a point right here, I can label that point 0, 7, and that's going to be our starting point. So maybe that's 5 right there. So I plug this graph into my calculator, or this equation into my calculator. I look at the graph. I look at the table of values. I do my left bound, right bound to find my minimum, because I know that this is a happy face parabola. It's opening up because of the fact that we have a positive a value. And when I find my minimum, I see that it occurs at the point 10, 1. Now there's one other key value that I care about, and that it happens when x equals 20. I need to find that point because that's where the half pipe ends. The half pipe goes all the way up. It's a 20-foot horizontal distance, so somewhere along that vertical line, I'm going to have the end point. And when I look in the table of values where x is 20, I see that I have a y value of 7, which makes sense with the scenario. Because if I have a half pipe that starts 7 feet in the air, I'm going to want it to also end 7 feet in the air. So the y here is my height above the ground. The x is the horizontal distance. I have a minimum at 10, 1. And I have endpoints at 0, 7, and 27. So the parabola continues here. It's going to continue up in this direction, but the half pipe doesn't. So this is all we need. We sketch on the interval from 0 to 20.